Hey everyone, in this video I will show you how to compile your homework for review in Procreate. To get started, we're going to make a template for you to work on. In Procreate, press the plus sign, then the little rectangle with the plus sign in it to open the Custom Canvas menu. Go ahead and rename the canvas. I'm going to put Homework Template. Now we'll add dimensions. A good one to work with is 5000 width by 4000 height. Make sure that your DPI is set to 300. Do note that this does limit the amount of layers that you can have on your template, however you won't be going through that many layers in our class. Over in Canvas properties, you can change the background color and an option to keep the background hidden, but we recommend that you keep these settings as is. Press Create, and now you have your new template, available for you to draw on, or as we are going to do, add your work. To find your template, press the plus sign in the top right corner and it will be listed at the bottom. If you ever want to delete a template, swipe to the right and press delete. To create a new canvas, tap the template and it opens right up. To rename it, go back to the gallery and tap the name beneath your piece with your finger. Rename your work as you see fit. Now go back to your canvas. Press the gear in the top left and the Add menu within that should be selected, indicated by the icon being blue instead of gray. From here, you can either insert a file, insert a photo, or take a photo. If your work is traditional and you need to bring your work into Procreate, taking a photo with your iPad is a great option. You can either take a photo directly through Procreate where it will be instantly added, or take a photo with the standard camera app and add it into the work through the Insert a Photo option. You can watch my video on how to take pictures with your phone for more information and tips for how to take good photos of your work. Let's insert a photo. Tap the option and it opens up a menu of your most recent photos. If you like to organize and put photos in albums, you can find your work through that as well. It's a good option if you have a lot of drawings but need to pick very specific ones without spending too much time looking for them over and over again. Select your first piece of work and Procreate will import it. From there, you can move the piece and resize it with either your finger or your pencil. Once you're satisfied, you can tap the mouse selector icon to deselect it. Repeat these steps until you have all the work to be reviewed in place. If you want to rearrange them, open the layer panel and you will find that each image is on its own layer. Select the mouse pointer icon to resize and reposition as necessary, and deselect when you're done. If you're using Procreate to draw in class, you can compile your work with a few slightly different steps. Start by creating a new canvas with your homework template. Then, go back to your gallery of work and locate the drawings that you wish to add to your homework file. Open the Layers panel and select the layer that you want to copy over to your homework. Tap the thumbnail next to the layer name and you will get a small menu of options. Select Copy and head on over to your homework template. Tap the wrench. In the Add menu all the way at the bottom, tap Paste. The work you copied will now be in your homework file, and you can move and resize the work in a similar fashion to the inserted files we took care of earlier. What if all your drawings are on the same layer? You can take care of that too. Here we can see these drawings are on the same layer, but we're going to separate them. Select your layer, then tap the selection tool, the third button on the right of the gallery. Trace a line around the drawing you wish to copy. Be sure to tap the gray circle to complete the selection. Once completed, the selection menu pops up from the bottom. Tap Copy and Paste and then go to your layers. Your drawing has now been duplicated to a new layer where you can use the same thumbnail menu as before to copy over your homework. Repeat and adjust until you've finished adding your selected work for the week. Now it's time to add some text. Tap the wrench and in that same menu tap Insert Text. You'll be able to resize this in a little bit, but for now add your name, the class you're in, the week number, and the date. Now that you've entered all the text you need, you can select the mouse pointer icon and resize it and move it to wherever you'd like on your canvas. And now you're done. Your work is ready to be saved and submitted for review. To save your work, tap the wrench, select Share, and either select a PNG or a JPEG as your file type. On the next menu, press Save Image. Once your image is saved, you should be able to find it in your recent photos. There it is. Now it's time to submit it. Open the homework submission link. Select Add Files and it gives you 3 options: files from your computer, meaning your iPad, folders from your computer, or from your Dropbox directly. You do not need a Dropbox account to submit your homework. We're going to select Files from Computer, which opens another menu. Select Photo Library, and as you can see, it brings up your recently saved homework first. Select it and tap Add in the top right. The very last step is to add your name and email for submission confirmation. Once added, tap Upload, wait a few seconds until it says you've finished uploading. And you're done!